Hi guys, I trust you're all doing well. This is Tony Tukumbo Fernandez, and I can't wait to keep you posted of the amazing guests we have lined up on the Tony Tukumbo Fernandez show this year. Our show is all about promoting the true life and success stories of African and Caribbean achievers around the world. So if there's an initiative you wish to share, feel free to give us a call. The number is 0788 280 9005. That number once again is 0788 280 9005. Also take time to visit our international blog at www.tonyfernandez.co.uk, also aimed at promoting the initiatives of Africans and Caribbeans around the world. And if you would like us to promote you on our blog, give me a call and we'll try and work something out as well. We have some amazing initiatives lined up this year. So also watch this space for our Black History Month celebrations taking place at the UK House of Parliament later on this year in October for the 9th year. I'll continue to keep you posted. And in a few months' time, we're going to be organizing the AFRICA4U Awards for Africans and Caribbeans living in West Yorkshire at the City Library in Bradford. We've organized it in the past at the City Library, but this one is going to be big and it's going to be taking place on Friday, the 12th of May at 5 p.m. on the dot. So you can't afford to miss it. It's going to be an amazing evening of award recognitions, inspirational talks, African history, light refreshments, networking, performances, and so much more. So once again, keep that in your diary. AFRICA4U Awards for Africans and Caribbeans living in West Yorkshire, taking place on Friday, the 12th of May, 5 p.m. on the dot at the City Library in Bradford. Contact me for more information on this. But in the meantime, sit back, relax, and also watch what happened at our award initiative at the City Library in Bradford last year. Take care, God bless, and watch this space for some amazing interviews. Thank you.
B4B TV. Real people, real stories, real Bradford.
The Tony Tukumbo Fernandez show is all about promoting the true life and success stories of African and Caribbean achievers around the world. If there's a product or initiative you wish to share, feel free to give us a call. The number is 0788 280 9005.
We are here at the annual Black History Month celebrated and hosted by AFRICA4U in collaboration and sponsored also with Bradford for Better. So it's a beautiful evening, and who do we have here? So please introduce yourself.
My name's Anthony Peltier. I'm a Bradfordian, born and bred, and who went to London as a teenager, and I've returned.
Amazing, Anthony Peltier. Lovely to have you, sir. So what do you do then? You tell us more, please.
I do a lot of things. I'm about change. My whole life has been about changing the outcomes for people in any way I can. I joined two of the most challenging public sector positions. One was in education. I've been a head teacher for 22 years and a head executive head teacher for 5 years in central London. I also joined the Met Police as a police officer, and I've been working with the police for 25 years until my retirement time, which is about now. So I'm ready to move on and do something different. So that's me. I'm about social change.
Amazing. Thank you for everything you've done. But I want to ask you, what do you think about the event holding today? What are your thoughts? Can you tell us more about what you think?
I think it's important that we as people share the cultural richness that exists within us. And I am not a supporter of Black History Month, I'm a supporter of Black history, which means that Black history should be something that should be afforded to every single child, no matter what colour their skin is, and in schools, and it should be relevant history. Because I want to learn about different cultures, and I want my children to learn about different cultures, East, South Asian cultures, African cultures. Now, we've been starved of cultural awareness and cultural learning because the curriculum has been very closed. So for me, Black history, and not the term month, but Black history is a very important area of learning that every single child should experience.
Amazing, amazing. I was wondering, what do you want to be known for? And do you have any final words for this interview?
Actually, I don't want to be known for anything. I want to ensure that my legacy is the children that I have worked, influenced, and helped to become the people they want to be. I want to make sure that my children follow in my footsteps of change, because if we don't change the norm will remain the same. And we're the only people that can be part of that change. If we've lived a life where we've had to struggle up, then our others should not be struggling up also. The idea is that we forward, we give back, and we share. Let's be part of change, because change is necessary for our children and our grandchildren and their children and their grandchildren, because the world is changing and we need to get them ready for that change.
Impressive. Be the change you want to see, as Tony always says. Thank you so much, Tony PLT.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
My name's Anthony and this is Trinity, and we run an organisation called Two T-Shirt Gang CIC. Two T-Shirt Gang CIC, it's a health and inclusive organisation, and we primarily work with youth in the community around youth development.
It's an honour to receive this, you know, we never expected this, but the fact that we can be a part of this, especially with it, you know, being Black, you know, people and Black History Month, you know, it's just a privilege, and we're just happy that we can be a part of this, really.
Yeah, I'd say we're truly humble. We always give thanks and praise to God initially for enabling us to do what we do, but yeah, we're humbled to Tony and the organisation, the AFRICA4U, for putting this on and actually inviting us down to receive this award. So yeah, thank you.
Two T-shirts, gang.
You always get this. I know exactly what you're going to ask.
No, I'm not going to ask.
Oh.
But tell me. I didn't know.
So initially, we like to work out a lot, so we are kind of like fitness enthusiasts, and it's something that's close to our heart. And we were just trying out really like advanced workouts within the gym. Yeah. But what happened, how the name came across, is that we train so hard, is that we sweat so much. So obviously we sweat so much, we need to change our T-shirts. Yeah. So then Anthony's come up with the name Two T-Shirt Gang, because sweating so much, changing his T-shirt, we needed the next T-shirt. So then two T-shirts become Two T-Shirt Gang.
No parting words have been put on the spot. Do you know what? My final parting word is, do your best for the community, teach and encourage and work with the young people and youth in the community. And as a community, let's all come together, build and be better.
And to touch on what Anthony says, just, you know, step out of your comfort zone. I think that's how we grow, we learn, develop. You know, it's something I didn't know as a young person, and someone introduced me to that, and since I've been doing that, it's brought beautiful things into my life. So to any young person out there, challenge yourself.
The usual social media platforms, so Instagram, Two T-Shirt Gang, Facebook at Two T-Shirt Gang, Twitter at @2_T-Shirt Gang. Yeah, just all them social platforms.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome. Please, who do we have here?
Hi, my name is Bolu Fagboran. I'm the Managing Director of Fagboran Limited, which is an executive coaching and consultancy business. So it's been fantastic today to get the Community Award. I've made it a real priority for myself in the last year or two, especially in the Bradford area, to try and give as much as I can for the community. And that's either through my role as a non-executive director of Bradford Bulls and the CSR director, which obviously about corporate social responsibility, what we can do in the community. As well as that, I'm an executive coach and leader. So recently I took up a contract with Bradford Council and Bradford Trident. I'm giving entrepreneurial support. So we're trying to bring more innovators, entrepreneurs, people that start their own business in Bradford. Because there's a lot of potential in this area. But sometimes you need to be in the room with the right people who can support you, have the right network, have the right sales and marketing discussions that can really pinpoint how you can make a difference in your community. I think it's been running since April this year, and it's been fantastic to be able to talk to inner city people who've had all these dreams and goals, and been able to help them on that path. That's really been good on the community outreach. In the recent months, we've done more and more events. This event today has been brilliant, some really good speakers, some really good energy, and it shows me that Bradford is really going in the right direction. And I think the fact that there's people really positive, people who are really focused on the solutions and not just the issues. I think one of the really key things for me is that people in this area who are competent, can do really good things, keep coming back and feeding the neighbourhoods. We might need more inspirational figures, we might need people who are good engineers or world-class business coaches or leaders to really just pull and galvanise people in the neighbourhoods and communities, just so that message they get is that message to reach to the top. And I think for me that's one of the big differences when you see in cities really performing well globally. It's just the fact that there's an expectation amongst the people that they will reach the top. I think that's something that I see Bradford getting towards. So for me, it would be just reaching for the top, dare to dream big and go for it, which is something I'm trying to do day to day on my journey and staying humble. But we're trying to really reach for the top and daring to dream that somebody from Bradford can do that. So thanks very much.
Amazing. Thank you so much for being on set with us today. It's been an honor to listen to you. Thank you.
Cheers. Thanks very much. And thanks for Tony. Keep up the good work.
Hello.
Hello.
It's so lovely to see you. You look very beautiful.
Thank you.
100%. Can you introduce yourself and tell us more about what you do, who you are?
My name is Clementine Chitulangoma.
Yeah.
And I pick litter outside my communal area. That's what I do.
What? That's so good. And I can see you have our Domus with Bradford's logo on you. That's the sticker logo. That's so good. I'm so privileged to meet you. Congratulations on your award. Can you just tell me, what does this award mean for you?
I was surprised because I wasn't doing it to get an award.
Okay.
I just wanted to inspire the young people, by doing something instead of just sitting down and complaining about the mess.
Right.
Yeah. And some young people have joined me.
Oh, that's amazing.
They've been inspired, so I'm happy.
Oh, that's so good. I'm actually going to join you too. So thank you so much, Clementine. I just want to say as well, do you have any final words for the viewers?
People ask me, how do I start? My answer is just start.
That's it.
When you start, doors will open for you. I'm here today because I came to an event like this, got inspired, and I started, and here I am.
Congratulations from the bottom of my heart, and all the best with your future endeavors. Keep being the change you want to see, as Tony always says.
So I'm Gary Saran, and I am Centre Manager for the Dominica Association in Bradford.
Amazing. Can you tell us more about the association?
So the association was formed in 1979. Been in our building that we own in 38 years. Is that we actually own the building. It's got rented, it's still mortgaged, and it's just absolutely fantastic. So what the association does is a not-for-profit making organisation by the community, for the community. We provide facilities for various nations to work with inside our community. We have our elders groups, and we have a social enterprise side of the business as well.
Harry, thank you just for everything you've done, are currently doing. I know that
we're actually for the local community.
Thank you.
And anybody. I mean, we just don't stipulate that it's got to be African and Caribbean.
That's good.
It's for anybody in the community. The facilities are there to be used for anybody. 3 floors. We've got a kitchen. We've got a bar.
Just walk into your building.
You can just walk into our building when we're open. We're actually based in BD8.
Yeah.
Which is just off City Road.
Nice.
Anybody to use.
Amazing. And last but not the least, what does this award mean for you as an organisation?
Oh, as an organisation, to be recognised by our community, are doing something really good in the community, it's just amazing. It just makes you feel like you are actually on the right path and that you're actually doing the right things. As an organisation, we appreciate to be recognised actually doing.
Makes sense. You give it good, so you get it good as well. Thank you so much for being on set with us today, and congratulations on your award again.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So much.
Hello, and who do we have here again? You look like a regular. Let's please introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Yeah, hi, my name is Gogo Anyanwu Jr. I'm a professional artist by training.
Yeah.
But my passion is in employee rights, human rights as well. So what I'm doing currently, I'm doing a PhD in that area. So for now, I'm in Leeds, and I'm also trying to teach children how to draw and paint and African art, history of African art.
Interesting. That leads us very nicely to my next question for you. Why are you here? What's going on? And what's your role in this? What's happening today?
Okay, well, since I came to the UK early this year, I realized that quite a number of children are interested in drawing and painting. And you know, children assimilate a lot when they see drawings, when they see artwork. Yeah. So I thought it's important for them to learn about the history of art and also learn how to draw African scenes, draw Africans and their costume. So that's what I've been doing gradually. But by next year, it's going to be a big thing for me. And by then I would have gotten a big studio where I can assemble these children and teach them that. But what I'm doing now, beyond my PhD, is also to get to homes and teach children. So I'm doing that because I noticed that quite a number of children do not know anything about the African art. And when we talk about the art history, Black history, is civilization started in Africa. So it's important to let our children, especially the young ones, to know a bit more about African art and also expose them to African art history as well. So that's what I've been doing since I came to Leeds.
That's amazing. You sound like a man who wants to change the world using art.
Yeah, absolutely.
And working with the youngest, the children, those who are still in that phase where they can learn, assimilate, and also develop whatever it is that they find interesting. Yeah. So you're here to celebrate Black history. What part have you played in today's event, please?
Yeah, because of my background in fine arts and what I'm doing with the children. For me, it's about telling our own stories, and especially when it comes to art. In education, you know, our children have been exposed to the Western education, you know, which everyone is. But a lot of people, including our parents, some of our mates, and the younger ones, and the children especially, do not know anything about the African art. And it's amazing that we have a lot. If you listen to what some of the speakers today have said, you could see that a lot of the Black people, you know, have done things that are quite amazing. So what I'm doing is letting our children to start with to know about the history of art, of African art. So basically, what I've come here today to do is to also talk about it and let people know about African art and how best they can engage their children through me. And in the next 2 years, I want to believe that Leeds and Bradford that will be well known, and children would have been exposed to a lot of history of African art, and they also learn how to draw and paint.
That's amazing, Mr. Gogo Anyanwu, who has come from Leeds and is currently in Bradford as we host our Black History Month celebrations, thanks to AFRICA4U, which has been organized by Tony Tokumbo Fernandez and in collaboration with Bradford for Better. So we're so privileged to have you. Sir, do you have any parting words for our young people, especially the young people, because we've spoken so much about them and the project that you're currently running, and all the best for that project. But what final words do you have for these
My final words to start with is appreciation to Tony Tokumbo Fernandez and his team, and also Bradford for Better. The truth about it is that it's important that we let our children know what these people are doing, Tony and his team, Bradford for Better doing, because that's the only way you can expose children to learn about how best to impact the society, which is very important. And also let them know that people of color can actually do a lot if they're determined. Because the truth about it is that someone talked about the confidence that we instill into our children. So it's important that we begin to expose them as early as we can. So my advice is for parents especially to make sure that their children are exposed to things that will make them impact the society in the future, not necessarily to take from the society. So, I mean, that's all advice I can give, and based on what Tony Tokumbo Fernandez is doing and Bradford for Better is also doing. So I wish that, I'm optimistic that the sky will be the limit for our children and for us as well. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you. That was Mr. Gogo, Mr. Anyanwu there. Thank you so much for being on set. It was a pleasure to have you. Cheers,
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you. Hello, and who do we have here in this beautiful chair for tonight? Who are you and what do you do, ma'am?
So my name is Jabu Perry. I'm with Bradford Council Stronger Community Team on a scheme called Citizen Coin. Scheme rewards people across Bradford for social good. It's a free scheme anyone can join to in various activities happening in Bradford. So litter picking with Bradford for Better. It could be a dance group that they might be joining. And when they join these various volunteering activities or civic activities, they're rewarded with citizen coins, and then they can get themselves discounts. But I also do a lot of volunteer work with a lot of organizations, including People's Powerhouse, Racial Justice Network. So with this group particularly, it aims to bring different people from different backgrounds to come together and promote racial justice. So we aim at impacting change from high places. So we have worked previously with the Mayor of West Yorkshire, with Andy Burnham from Manchester, lecturers in Bradford, you name it. It's all about bringing change from the top.
With this recognition, with this award, what does it mean for you and what do you have to say about it?
It means a lot to me, especially being a woman of colour, because most times we're not recognised for doing anything in a community really. So to be recognised for any type of work, it's truly an honour. And behind this award stand many people who have supported me, including my mum who's here, my friends, my family. It means a lot to me.
Amazing. Once again, congratulations and all the best with every work you do in the future. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
Hello, and lovely to have you here. Please, who do we have here?
My name is Maureen Rowe. I've done community work for that much. I'm a qualified youth worker, but I've done lots and lots of stuff in the community. Just an whole array of stuff. It's really nice to see young people who were there when I was working, to come up and see them again. Yeah, so that's who I am.
And today you've been awarded Bradford Community Hero. How do you feel about that, Maureen?
Amazing, because my parents, my mum's here, my sister's here, my son was here, and it's a nice feeling to be recognized for what you've done. Even though the things that we do, we love it. It's got to be a vocation.
Yeah.
You know, because just doing that work all the time, I love working with young people. Yeah. And in terms of Black history, I love young people gaining new skills, knowing who they are, where they're coming from. You know, if you know who you are, nobody can tell you who you are.
I love that.
You know, no matter what. So,
you sound like a mentor. How can we get in touch with you?
Okay, so it's a hard one because I'm also so busy. It is really hard. But I work for Bradford Youth Service, and so if anybody wants to find me, I work for Bradford West, and somebody will know where to find me.
Excellent. Thank you so much, ma'am, and congratulations.
And thank you again. Thank you.
Nice to have you on set.
Yeah, my name is Nana Hagen. My full name is Nana Apena Owuswa Hagen. But, you know, it's so easy for people to just call me Nana Hagen. So I'm the host of The Inside View. And not only that, I'm an entrepreneur, a mother, a wife, and also the president of the, Worship Without Borders. You know, it's a yearly event that brings, women from all walks of life to worship.
That's so amazing, Anna. I'm learning things I did not know about you. So, I want to say first of all, congratulations. for your Bradford Community Hero Award from Africa4U. Yeah. How do you feel being a recipient of this?
I am over the moon, you know, to be recognized within a short space of time. So thank you. And I feel so blessed because, you know, just sitting from the corner of my, you know, living room and making headwaves, changing lives, transforming lives, bringing hope, motivating people on a weekly basis. I mean, what more can I say? I just feel blessed.
Oh,
Thank
so
you.
Good. Thank you so much. Thank you for talking to me as well. Yeah. If people want to get in touch with you, how can they find you or your show?
Oh, yeah, The Inside View. I'm on Facebook, The Inside View with Nana.
Yeah.
On YouTube, The Inside View with Nana. And also on Instagram, yes, The Inside View with Nana. The Inside View is simply an aspiring educative and also, you know, like an empowering, you know, program that seeks to answer the unanswered questions of everyday people, and in so doing, you know, provides, you know, different perspectives, you know, on issues pertaining to life. And we just provide an avenue for people to share their stories, their challenges, you know, and everything they've been through, and just to provide hope for the hopeless.
Amazing.
And also just to tell you that, you know, you can still do it. It's not too late.
That's
one step at a time.
One step at a time, you can do it. Thank you, Nana, with The Inside View. It's been an honor to have you here.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thanks for having me too. Thank you. And also congratulations to all the awardees.
Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Okay, I'm Rico. I was born in Malawi, so I'm a proud African. So I've been here for 38 years and I'm still a proud African. I still have an African passport, a Malawian passport. And so I'm involved in re-education, primarily of our people, but then obviously our allies as well. So what we want to do is to set the record straight. History has been very skewed in the direction of pseudo history. So we want it to be really history again. You know, we want to tell human history, factual history. And a lot of the history that pertains to African people and what they've done for the world has been ignored or hidden, actively hidden. Books have been burned in Timbuktu. So one of our projects is actually called Timbuktu, African Heritage Library and Kitchen. And that's a small library that we're building of African books, all African books that are written by African people writing about African people in a respectful way, you know, things to do with Africa, the continent itself. That's one of the projects that comes from the history of Timbuktu and the way Timbuktu has been used to miseducate or diseducate our people.
Interesting. So what's the name of your organization in case we want to follow you or to get in touch?
So the main tag we use is DSOL Timbuktu. DSOL. S-O-L. Dynamics School of Life. So we had an indoor skate park and leisure facilities of alternative activities. We even did motocross, you know, like motorbike racing, and that was called Dynamics. So the legacy project of Dynamics is the re-education of the African people.
Amazing.
So we're taking skateboard, BMX, rollerblade, scooter, motocross, circus, trampoline, all of these things, and we're making them into an education package to awaken African minds, first and foremost, then the allies, and then wider and wider. So using these dynamic activities, and that's why we call it Dynamics, these dynamic activities, ever moving. You don't have to join a team. It's all about you. It's all about what you can do. You don't have to compete if you don't want to. You might just want to bounce around on a trampoline. How can you activate the brain from activating the body? You know, exciting the body and getting into a flow state. And then we move into how can you get the brain to flow? When you start to open these history books and start to read about people that look like you get these tingles all around your skin. You know, the hairs on the back of your neck rise. Yeah. And that's the effect we're looking for, because that then induces flow. Flow is, I think it's about 5 chemicals that are released from the brain at the same time. And they have this magic effect on the brain and the body where you just feel, well, you don't even feel like you're there, but you feel almost invincible and you don't even know it. You just get on with your job, you do it, and you do it at a very, very high level. This is something I'm extremely passionate about. I've seen it happen. It's happened to me before when I've been riding a motorbike. I beat a lot of people on the track that I couldn't have beaten before, but something happened in my body where I had no fear. And it wasn't like fear as in, oh, I don't care if I crash. Every move I made was perfect. Every move I made felt like I was on water. And it was so effortless. Imagine doing that with a brain.
Mad. So what do you make of today's event?
It was great. I mean, I've been to a lot of African Heritage Month events in my life here in the UK. This event, it was very from the heart. I'm a person that speaks from the heart. I felt at home here.
Any inspirational words as we part?
I think the only thing that I've started to vibrate towards recently is enough talk. We've been uniting for 400 years and people keep forgetting this. We're okay individually because we have high self-esteem and low group esteem. I don't believe that's true. I just think that the groups that are actually uniting are not well promoted, they're not well supported, and they're not well funded. We need to find the resources for the people who are uniting so that we can focus on them. We've got to be doing things, and today there's a lot of doers in that room. And this is what I'm saying, they speak from the heart, because people who do speak from the heart. They might not be the best speakers, but they will speak from the heart because it means something to them.
Speak from the heart, and less talk, more walk.
Yeah.
Let's unite in action more than just basically in speech.
Definitely.
Rico, treasured meeting. Pleasure is mine. Thank you for being on set.
Thank you so much.
Who do we have here?
Hey, Sinead Campbell.
So lovely to have you here.
So I do a few bits. I'm a soul singer, I'm a music instigator for Bradford Producing Hub, creative producer and a wellbeing coach. So a few different bits of freelance stuff.
How has this been for you? Can you tell us more, please?
Yeah, it's been great. It's such a privilege to be asked to come and talk at today's event, and yeah, I just did a little performance there as well, which was really great. But I think it's just important for community to come together to talk, you know, inspire each other, tell stories, and I think I've really enjoyed it on that part, just the coming together for me and feeling like there's community and peers and people who have each other's backs, you know, and I think that's really important. And there's lots of conversations and joining the dots and connecting people and pushing things in certain directions, and sometimes that means, you know, noticing where things aren't working as well and having open and honest conversations with people, and that can be tricky as well. I don't really put myself at the forefront, it's not for me, it's for the greater good of the community. So when it does come to those trickier conversations, I just think, well, it's not about me, it's about other people. So that helps me with that.
That's so amazing. The reason we're here is because we're celebrating Black history. I want to find out from you, how do you connect these dots? How do you share these stories?
In the community, that will be, for example, you know, I've been recently attending the Black History Month for meetings, so that's been great because through that I've got to know more people locally in the community. Where it does link with music, I've been able to join the dots there, and kind of within myself and my own songwriting, I think that is being honest and vulnerable in the lyrics that I write.
Whoa.
And yeah, I'm working on that at the moment.
Can you just give us a line or something?
Ooh, I'm thinking of a song that's actually already out, but this is something I wrote in lockdown. But one day I woke up and the world was crazy. I felt like no one was there and no one could hear me. I went outside, went to the light, and then I had to come back to what I was feeling inside. It's a song I wrote called Comfortable. And it goes, we gotta keep moving on. We can't stay comfortable. We can't keep holding on. So basically, like, I think when we're in great times of change, we sometimes want to hold on to what's familiar, even if that familiar isn't working for us anymore, or even old versions of ourselves. That's something that I do throw myself into, like that self-work and that transformation, and I think I kind of get a bit of a kick off it, to be honest, which I know a lot of people aren't quite like that. But it's just sometimes holding on is more painful, actually, than letting go. And just going, something needs to leave. Let it be. And for me right now, I'm letting that old self die off. The old self who, you know, would tone down my hair if I was in certain spaces because it was too wild. Or the me who you know, I feel like wasn't connecting with my blackness and my roots. And that's been a real journey, and I'm really been delving into black history, and I'm getting so much comfort from that. Just connecting with my ancestors is making me more confident and feel more powerful, because I was never in my power before I was connecting with that.
Thank you so much. Do you have a final line for the young people, the old people, anybody who's going to watch this? What do you want to say?
I would just say, spend time alone and get to know your authentic self, because when you're really comfortable with that and you build those strong foundations, you're powerful and unstoppable.
Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, Sinead Campbell, thank you. And hello, please, who do we have in our blue chair today? Can you tell us who you are and what you do?
Okay, so my name is Trevon Terrylong. Okay, a lot of people know me as my alias, Trey.
Yeah.
I run my own clothing brand, which is called Risk London.
Yeah.
Do a couple of other things as well, but I believe this is the reason why I'm here. I managed to acquire the contract for Jamaica to supply their official headwear for the World Cup, which is currently ongoing at the moment.
Mad. So you're like a global superstar, and you're here, you're based, you're from Bradford?
Yeah. So I created the band when I was living in London. I was down there for about 5 years.
Okay.
And then, obviously originally from here, so I brought it back with me. And to be fair, I have had a really good reception with it amongst people that live up here. I've had a lot of support, so I think all the support that I've had has obviously led to this moment. I think without it getting out there, and the person that actually saw it, Richie Barnett, it was Richie who reached out to me about 3 months ago with the help of another player for the Jamaica team, Ross Peltier. But yeah, Richie reached out to me about 3 months ago and asked me if I wanted to do it. Give me quite a short time span to deliver it, but I did it. And just seeing it across all, you know, network TV broadcasters like BBC, Sky, and then seeing it on a load of influential Jamaican people on social media, and obviously on the Jamaican players, is a great honour for me.
How can people get involved with whatever projects you're currently on, ongoing projects you may have right now?
Well, they can just look me up via the Instagram. The Instagram is Risk London, RIS London. They can, any inquiries, anything, they can drop a message in there. Also on Facebook as well, they can drop a message on there as well. But yeah, that's the main place that you can find me. Yeah. It's great to be recognised. I don't do the things that I do to be recognised. I do it for the love and the passion of it. You know, you won't ever see my face on the Instagram of the brand or on the Facebook of the brand. I prefer to share the people that actually wear it, whether it be famous people or it be normal people. And I think the main thing about it is obviously brand. It works calling it Risk London, but it actually stands for Revenge is Sweet. So I can relate to a lot of people across many aspects of life. So I come from a sporting background. So revenge can be winning against an opponent that defeated you. You can take it into real life, proving your doubt was wrong. That is also your revenge. Add it to your life.
Thank you so much, Trey of Risk London. It was such a great time just hearing you.
No, thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello, can you please tell us who you are and what you do, please?
I'm Vincent Decto, work at Mapper, community centre, caretaker. I also work in the school, one-time supervisor, and for the Bradford Youth Service.
Amazing, from Mappa.
Yeah.
That's great. And today, congratulations on your award as a Bradford Community Hero. What does this mean for you? How do you feel about it?
Well, I'm proud.
Yeah.
That I've people recognise what I'm doing in the community over the years.
100%. Yeah. And do you have any final last words you want to share with the people?
I just thank Mapper for giving me a chance to work with the community, St George's Primary School in Bradford, to build them up, the young people from 4 up to 11 years old, and get on to the youth service.
That's really good. Once again, thank you so much for being on set, Vincent, and congratulations on your award.
Yeah, thank you.
It's been a pleasure. Cheers.